Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to bringing the Vision video. What have I guessed today are the best weapon talents for patch 1.8. As you guys know, previously the meta was a little bit different. You relied a little bit more on skill haste and skill power, and the majority of the builds you saw in the Dark Zone or even PvE, they were most likely hybrid builds. Well, as of right now in patch 1.8, the meta changed, the talents kind of shifted. You can't really use certain talents you did previously right now, and if you do use them, you're not really getting the most out of your build, and you're kind of making your build in the wrong direction, and it's just not really good to use certain talents at the moment. As I said, I made this video previously. A lot of people said it helped them out, but as of right now, since the playstyle and the builds kind of changed a lot in this patch, I decided to make an updated video for you guys. So hopefully if you do enjoy this, please leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and let's get right into this video. Now really quickly, before we start, yes, using some talents I'm not going to mention in the video are worth it if you're making a specific build. For example, if you're making something like a hybrid build, or if you're making a build with high electronics, using some talents I'm not going to mention is way better. But the majority of people that are making builds for PvP or PvE at the moment really focus on firearms and stamina, because that's what the patch is mainly orientated about. So like I said, I'm going to give you guys the talents I would recommend rolling, and the talents most people are rolling for PvP or PvE. Anyways, the first talent on my list is Vicious. Now Vicious, in my opinion, is really good for both SMGs and ARs. If you're making something like a classified Predator's Mark build or even a classified Nomad build, having Vicious on it is really good. Pretty much just for the crit chance. I do understand the 10% is only activated when you have 2 or more segments on your health. But if you're making something like a Nomad build or a Predmark build, you're going to be really tanky in both of them, because one of them, the stamina is going to be at 9,000, and the other one, with all the different lives you can get, Vicious will be very useful, and also the overshield you get constantly. So, as I said, if you do get a house, if you do want to make a lightweight and 4 build, having Vicious is one of the talents I would recommend using. The next talent on my list is Unforgiving. For anyone that doesn't know what it does, missing 1 health segment increases your damage by 10%, missing 2 segments increases your damage by 25%. Once again, this in my mind is something really reliable to have on your builds at the moment, especially if you're running something like Nomad or Predator's Mark. Once again, the Pred Mark, because you're so tanky and your health bar is so strong, even if you are at the last segment, it's going to take a little bit for it to go down, since you are over 9,000 stamina. And for Nomad, since you get your life back when you pretty much are dead, if that makes sense, like you get your health back because of Nomad, that right there is really good, and you don't have to worry about using a medkit or your heal. You could just keep shooting and keep getting the 25% damage increase because of the last segment of health. Also, as you guys know, stamina is king in this patch, so that is the main reason why I would recommend running Unforgiving on at least one of your weapons. Up next, we do have Deadly, and Deadly, in my opinion, is really good on the SMGs in this game. As you guys know, you don't really have to focus on speccing into skill haze on your holster or your chest piece, or even on your gloves, so having crit chance is the next best thing you can do on your build and on your gear. In my opinion, having Deadly for the extra critical hit damage is really reliable, especially for like the house or even an MP5. Since you're going to have a lot of crit chance already, might as well use Deadly and just do that extra damage. Now on the ARs, it's not the best one, or it's not the best talent I would recommend using, but for something like the house, something like the MP7 or MP5, having Deadly is really good. Responsive is next on my list, and this talent pretty much stayed consistent throughout a lot of the patches previously and at the moment. If you are speccing a lot into stamina, unfortunately you cannot use Responsive because you won't be able to unlock it, I think. Don't quote me on this, but I do think Responsive won't be unlocked when you are at 9,000 stamina or something like that. But if you're not, if you are speccing more into firearms and having a lot of stamina, this thing is really good to do. Pretty much what it does, it gives you 10% extra damage when you are closer than 10 meters. And at the moment, most of the gunfights do take place really close in PvP and even PvE. Having Responsive is one of the best talents you can have. The final talent I do have for you guys is something a little bit different, and this is something I really never used previously. But in patch 1.8, I would recommend using this 110%, and what that is, it is Predatory. Now what this talent does is killing a target regenerates 35% of your health over 20 seconds. In my opinion, this is really good because 1, you're not really speccing too much into skill haste, so you're not going to have your heals or your immune station back really quick, like you did previously in 1.7 or 1.6.1 or 1.6. So using predatory on even your sidearm or your secondary weapon is really smart to do. And the other thing is, even if you do invest a lot into skill haste for some reason, your heals are not really going to heal you that much, even if you're using overdose, because you do have so much stamina, and stamina is king, like I said. Your heal is not going to really heal you a lot, and it's not really too noticeable. So as I said, if you're running something like the house with like deadly and responsive or deadly unforgiving, and you are using a secondary like your shotgun or whatever the case is, having predatory and whenever you kill the person, just knocking them out with the sidearm or the other weapon, just finishing them so predatory can activate is really smart to do. I have been seeing a lot of people do this in the dark zone, especially in the past couple of days, because like I said, you're not really getting your heals back quick, and you don't always want to waste your medkits because they're really important. So having predatory is really smart, and as I said, this is something I would recommend thinking about whenever you're making a build. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, there are some other talents in the game that are really good, but in my mind, these top 5 ones are the best ones for PvP at the moment, and some of them for PvE. Anyways, that is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do want to say I really thank you and appreciate your support on the channel and the videos I have been posting. Also, I do want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas from me to you and your families. I really hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas and happy holidays. But anyways, that is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I respond to all my comments. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Trust you, okay, give you real address. I can't trust you, okay, give you real address. It don't mean that be like Jerry Stacker. I might fall in love with my trap house.